Alright, so we're back in game, and our Grey Cloak is starting his daytime patrol route. It's about 5 o'clock, yep, and he's going along there. Now, I do notice that when the time shifts from like daytime to dusk and dusk to night and whatnot, there seems to be a little kind of abrupt jump. I'm not sure why that is, but it's just kind of something to expect. But yeah, he's going to continue doing his daytime patrol there until it's no longer daytime. And then with luck, he'll switch over to his other patrol route. So as you can see, there he goes. He's now changing, and yep, it is now dusk, and he automatically switched to that route, and should cross the bridge and head on over to this island. And there he goes. So now he's on his evening patrol route. So what you get when you have daytime, nighttime, you'll have a date. There's four pieces of a day in Neverwinter Nights. There's the daytime period, there's dusk, there's nighttime, and there's dawn. The nighttime patrol routes and posts, they are for dusk, nighttime, and dawn. The daytime patrol routes and posts, they are for daytime only. That's just kind of built into the code. The entire Legends AI plugin is basically a combination of built-in AI, some Tony K's AI, which is actually part of the the latest patch of Neverwinter Nights 2, and then of course all of our own custom code as well. So it was a lot easier just to keep that part the way it was. So he's going to keep doing this now until daytime the next day, and you'll notice that it's actually still quite bright outside and not actually dark. I did that on purpose so I could see easier, even though it is technically evening time right now. So he's going to keep doing that, and then of course when day comes along, he'll resume patrolling along the shore here. Now, just to answer a question that I kind of asked myself in the previous video in game, what happens when I talk to him? If he was part of the banter system plugin, or he actually had a conversation, if I talked to him and spoke to him and whatnot, I would interrupt his patrol route. But after I'm done with that, he'll resume his patrol route. So as you can see, there he goes again, resuming that. That kind of came to my own mind. It might be a question for people. Should someone ask what happens if he's interrupted, if he has a fight or whatever, he'll resume doing his patrol route after he's free and clear again. So we'll go back to the tool set now and talk about a few other features. We'll see you back in there. Okay, we're back in tool set again, and we're going to show some more features and answer some more questions. The first thing I'm going to do for this part is I'm actually going to remove this nighttime patrol route. I don't need it for the rest of the walkthrough, so I'm going to get rid of it here. So I'll select all those. I'm doing that through the area contents, by the way, just so you know. So I'm getting rid of the nighttime patrol route. There it is, gone. Okay, what I want to do instead is I want our guard here, our Grey Cloak guard, I want him to follow this patrol route in the daytime like he does normally, but at night I want him to return to camp and stand guard at camp rather than go wandering around some more. So if I look under waypoints, under the Legends AI section, I'll see a night guard post. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to place it right here. So when he's done, I'm just going to make sure that that is in a walkable area. Ooh, real close. I'm going to want him to come back to this point and guard at night. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the tool set, yes, you'll probably say to yourself, most of these waypoints already exist in, built in under like empty and all that stuff. I'm aware of that, and the reason why I'm doing this is because, well, for starters, I have my own color coding scheme for waypoints, and I just like keeping them all together like this. For AI waypoints, spawn waypoints, and other types of waypoints, I like keep them in groups like this. So I do make custom ones, and I think personally it's just easier. But yes, these ones will work correctly like that. Now, unlike patrol routes, I'm not going to create a set with this. I do have to do one change though, and I'm going to bring over my waypoints properties, and I'll see under its tag it says night underscore route name. So what I have to do is I have to change this underscore route name to match my Gray Cloak's patrol route name, which, if we remember, is patrol route 1. So when we create nighttime patrol routes, if we create nighttime posts or daytime patrol routes and whatnot, we're going to use that same name that we put in his AI when we configured him in his AI, that patrol route 1. So that's it. Done. He will now follow this during the day, and then he'll come back here and stand at that point at night. So I'm going to save that like that. Just to discuss one more waypoint that I'm not going to demonstrate, but it's fairly straightforward, is the daytime guard post. It works just like the nighttime guard post. If I want him to not patrol at all, for example, if I wanted him to, stand right here at this bridge in the daytime, I would just use one of these daytime guard posts, place it right here, and then if I want him to stand here at night over by the camp, I would just use the nighttime guard post like I'm using it and just get rid of this patrol route. So I have with the 4, daytime patrol, nighttime post, daytime post, I have a lot of options of what I can make this guy do. Which leads me to the next topic, is if I want to have another guard. So I've got this Gray Cloak, he's my generic town guard or whatever, and I want to have more than one. I want to have several of these, and I want them to do different things and go to different places. That right away can seem like an issue because this Blueprint's AI is configured to use, this patrol route, this post. So the only way around that normally is I make a copy of this guard and change the copy's AI parameters, make it do something different. And then of course if I want a third one and a fourth one and a fifth one, I'll have to have a copy of each one with different AI settings. Now right away you can see how annoying that could be, having to change an AI, copy these guys, have a bunch of blueprints, and so on and so forth. There is an alternative with this, and it's the reason why I've installed the Legend Spawn plugin. So I'm just going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to get rid of my Gray Cloak here. I'm going to select my Gray Cloak blueprint, and I'm going to fire up the AI plugin. And I'm going to remove all of his settings. I have to clean it all out and just make him like he was, before I actually did anything. And I'm going to finish that. There. So now he's blank. He's just brand new, as if I never did anything to his AI at all. Next, I'm going to actually go in, and if you've looked at the Legend Spawn plugin videos, you're probably familiar with what I'm going to do here. I'm going to grab a Legend Spawn waypoint. I'm going to place it right here, and I'm going to make that waypoint a spawn location for our Gray Cloaks. I'm firing up the Legend Spawn plugin here, firing up this waypoint instance. I'm going to grab the Gray Cloak, add him in, and finish. Okay, so I've got a Gray Cloak who's actually going to spawn here. What I want to do now is I'm going to actually make a copy of this spawn point and place it right here. Now I have two. I have two Gray Cloaks who are going to spawn. This Gray Cloak, I want to follow the patrol route in the daytime and guard right here at night. This Gray Cloak, I don't want to do anything. I want him to be a guard just like Canna here. So what I can do is I can actually select the waypoint and fire up the AI plugin on it. And instead of editing a creature blueprint, I'm going to edit a spawn waypoint. Now as you can see, I get a very similar window to when I'm editing a creature blueprint. So I'm going to change this guy to patrol just like I did before. Patrol route 1. He's going to be circular. Whoops. And he's going to have a range of 35 and do day-night posts. And I'm going to make him mobile without stops. And I'm going to finish. This Gray Cloak, I'm going to modify his spawn point. And he is going to be a guard, just like that. Finish. Now, this gives me the ability to be able to have different AIs on the same blueprint. So I've got my one Greycloak blueprint who I can use multiple times with different types of AI simply by putting the AI information on his waypoint, on his spawn waypoint instead. Now, as you probably are familiar with the spawn plugin, you can have multiple creatures on one spawn point. All the creatures that spawn from a spawn point will inherit whatever AI settings you have. So, if I wanted to create a group of creatures who are doing one thing and another group of creatures who are doing something different, I'd have two spawn points for each and modify the AI for each. But we'll demonstrate that when we start looking at monsters and fighting and stuff like that. But for now, we just want to do that this way. So I'm going to finish this up, go in game and take a look and show you how that looks. So we'll see you in game in a moment.